How's it going, YouTube? Luke here with Lifestyle Off-Road, and today we are working on limb risers. So I went ahead and I installed one just so I could make a better how-to video. And so now I'm just going to jump right into it and show you how to do it. So I did get this kit. It is from Amazon, and these are what is included. Obviously there's two of them. So you have your brackets here that go up on top of the windshield, and then you have your cable, obviously your bracket for the attachment, the trail sight hook, and then you have your adjuster. So this is really pretty simple. What I needed to do this was a 10mm socket, a 14mm. I needed two T30 bits, and then I also needed a what is that? Well, Weir kind of does stuff weird. Can I get this to focus? I think this is a 4mm hex head is what that is. So that is all I needed. Not a whole lot of tools. Oh, and then also some small piece of metal for adjustment of that. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to take off the bolts that are currently in the trail sight and attach that. So we need two T30s. I'm gonna grab the other one of those. So if you haven't installed or removed these before, you do have a T30 bit in your toolkit for the Bronco. I'm not using that because I already had these out. If you are grabbing bits, it is Torx Plus, so you gotta take these out, which these are pretty short. I guess I thought because it was accessory ready, these were gonna be long. They're not. They're very short. I don't think you're gonna really attach much of anything with these factory screws, which is kind of a bummer because they're kind of cool. I mean, they have Bronco lettering embossed in them. So I'm getting rid of those, setting those aside. And then in your kit, you're gonna grab two washers. You can get this. You're gonna get two washers, the two long bolts, and then two nuts. They do have locking nuts in there. Those did not fit for me. So I don't know what I just chose not to use them. So we're gonna get our socket head, and these are gonna go on the outside. So you just line that up with the holes, and you put your bolts through. Which these are also a locking type, there goes that, locking type nut. So I'm not overly worried about this coming loose. I also don't know that I will leave mine on all the time. One thing about these is when you have them on, you are not going to be able to open the hood. So for everyday driving, this is not ideal just to leave them on. Of course I dropped that, and now I can't find the bolts. Okay, found my bolt. Put that through, washer, nut. Tighten that up a little bit, and these are just the 10mm. So just tighten that up. And always be a little cautious when you're tightening stuff up like this, because you're clamping a metal piece through plastic. So if you go too tight, you're gonna just suck that stuff right through there, which I already think this one may be a little tight, but okay, so that is on there. Next, we're going to go up on top of the windshield, and we have to remove these. And this is going to expose my crappy wrap job around these pieces, but they are incredibly hard to wrap. So you just hit the back. There is a little button right there, and you take that off. And next you need your 10mm again to remove these two bolts. And that one was surprisingly loose. I have never taken this part off. So loosen these up. And overall this kit works pretty good, but my one fitment complaint is with this piece. And you will see that in just a second. Okay, so you got the bolts off, and now you actually need to remove this whole plastic piece. Now you need to grab this, and you're just going to set it. Oops, helps if you do it the right way. Set it in there like that. So you have this piece coming up, and then you just put the bolts back down after you reinstall this. You need this piece on there if you want to reinstall this cover. So make sure you don't throw that plastic piece away, because otherwise you will lose that. So tighten these back down. And again, just don't go crazy. I mean, this has to be tight, but don't sit here with a power tool and really ratchet it down. So this is my only complaint. And really, it's because of my wrap. I feel like it looks worse. Okay, so it's on there, but you notice it sticks up a lot, which it's exaggerated because of the wrap, which I'm probably gonna take the wrap off next week. Nothing's wrong with it. It's in good shape, but I already have a new one designed, and I get tired of things easily, so I change them up. This is already the second wrap, and I've only had it 18 months, but anyway. Once this is all white again, probably won't even notice, but that is on there, that is secure. So now we're gonna move to the next part. You're gonna come down here, and you need your cable, and we're gonna grab all the hardware for the big bolt. So you're gonna have the bolt, the nut, lock washer, regular flat washer, and I actually don't think I must have used the flat washer. Okay, so now just gonna put this up on top. Hang with me, this might be a little hard one-handed. You should be able to see what I'm doing. Don't mind the dirty windshield. So the one thing about this kit that's very neat is there's a lot of adjustability. So you should be able to mount this here, but then you also have these side holes. So for now, I have it mounted in the side holes, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw the flat washer behind here. And then on this side, use the lock washer and the nut, and this is your 14mm. And this doesn't need to be 100% tight right now, but just go ahead and snug it up. You must need one more tool. I must have put one away already. But we'll snug that up. Just not going to tighten it all the way, so it has a little movement. So now you have your cable, and if this wasn't wrapped, I'd be setting that on a cloth or something. But now we need to install the little turnbuckle. So you have these little cotter pins. So you're just going to, let me show that again. You're just going to pick that up, get your fingernail behind there, and you're gonna twist until you can pop this off. And why is it not going? I must be going the wrong way. No, that's okay. Get your fingernail under this side. Lift that up and twist. See how easy it is? Okay, there we go. Got that off. Got my pin out. Now you need to do that to both sides so that you can get this put on. I mean, these are actually pretty easy to twist off. So there we go, pin out. Now you're gonna install one over here. So I already got the other side installed, so I know that it fits this way. So I'm installing it with the pin side in, because if I am gonna go out four-wheeling and I'm gonna go through trees or anything like that, which that's the reason why you install these, I want the cotter pin inside so that the trees aren't going to catch it and rip it out unexpectedly. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this out, and then just make sure you can turn the lock nuts. We're gonna grab this, we're gonna turn it out more until we can reach it. Okay, install the second cotter pin. So if you do, say you have these installed and you're on the trail, it's not gonna take you but 30 seconds to loosen these, pop them off, and get into your hood if you need to. So there we go. Now we're gonna tighten this up. Make sure we can get to those. And this is where you need your little pick or whatever you can fit in here. Small Allen wrench would work great. And you don't want this to twist a whole bunch, but you're just gonna add tension to these. They don't need to be super tight. I mean, again, this is 150 pounds of capacity. I don't know what those two 10mm bolts on the windshield are rated for, but they're not huge bolts. It is a good sized plate that they provide you with, but these don't need to have crazy tension. I am going to say that. I mean, it's got a little give, but it's gonna do its job. There we go. So I don't know if you can hear that creaking. My truck's telling me that's tight. So next, and I don't have a wrench out right now, but you're gonna want to put these lock nuts down and then tighten that up. So there you go. And I totally installed this on the wrong side, but I can go back and fix that off video. So you have your plates, and these I definitely will just leave on. You have plenty of clearance for the bolts to get the hood open and shut still. But there you go. You have your limb risers. I've got them installed on both sides now. So now you are ready to hit the woods. So what these really are for is they're to take a brush. So if I was going through like dense woods and maybe the trail's kind of uncut, I know at Windrock several times I've been going through a trail and it's a trail we're allowed to go on, but maybe people just haven't been on it in a while and it's overgrown. This will help carry the brush up and over instead of it all smacking your window, smacking my lights, my antennas and mirrors and all that stuff. This will help bring it over the truck. So overall, very easy install. I mean, that didn't take me but maybe 10-15 minutes. You'll know when this video is posted. Simple to do, gives it kind of a cool rugged look too. Don't mind my messy garage, but there you go. The other thing is these didn't come with instructions, at least mine didn't. So you have adjustability, you can put this up here, but there's also these big tabs up top. I have no idea what those are for. I guess you could probably add a light bar to these mounts I don't know, I guess there's more stuff you could probably do with this rather than just the limb risers. You could add accessories up top. I mean, that's a pretty good sized plate. But anyway, there you go. Quick tech tip, quick install DIY. I'll have a link for these down in my bio. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks everyone for watching.